Hey guys, appreciate you guys for joining me for another session of Life Conversations with Marlo. Guys, we're here. We just talk about everyday issues that help your family and my family. Okay, guys. Before we get started today, listen. I need you guys to hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell. Okay. I started this podcast like a little over 2 months ago. It's building up steam, but it goes nowhere without you guys' help. All right. So, with that being said, let's get off into it. Fry God, Danny, we made it, baby.
What's happening? What's happening? What's up, Danny?
What's up? What's up?
Hold on, y'all. Finally got this together. So, okay, y'all. Y'all know what tonight is. We finally here. Talk about
I need
this.
a microphone.
Yeah, we gotta get Danny up to speed.
What is that right there,
This
Danny?
my microphone right here.
Okay, cool. So, y'all know this is relationship, marriage, and what men need from their women night. So, without any more further delay, let's get off into this. Fry, Danny, Fry, let me ask you this. Me and Danny was talking about this the other day first. How long you been married, Fry?
13 years.
13 years. Wow. Danny, you 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Fry, tell me something, man. What keeps it together for 13 years? What holds the marriage together?
It's just understanding. Each year is gonna be different because you change all the time. So you gotta like stay in tune with each other, and then also just what you are willing to tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it's like small stuff that something like I may get on her nerves with something that's real small. We can make it a big argument if it needs to be, or we can make it like, okay, I ain't too worried about the fact that she snore or something simple. There's something
Right.
because sometimes we'll pick something. If you don't want to build a person, you'll pick something that'll make you in an argument and it'll blow up more than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just understanding. But also what we do is we revisit our marriage every year. So during our anniversary, we always get away. And then one of those days we talk about what we could have done better, what we like, what we did like, what changes, do we have any concerns, but we can't, and we say we can't take it personally.
Right.
So if she say something like, so she say like, when you hug people, you hugging too much or hugging from the front, should be a side hug. I can't be like, well, dog, it's just friends. I need to listen to what she's talking about and
Right.
don't take it personal. So it's just about a lot of understanding, man.
Right.
Period.
Right. I got
Period.
you, Fry, man. I got you. So Danny, what about you and your seven years of marriage, man?
The biggest thing is that the one what Lamont said, I chime in on it, is understanding. It's maturity, emotional maturity, especially as a man. And it's something I've had to learn kind of the hard way throughout my relationships, and I've got failed marriages. Everybody know I've got 2 failed marriages.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I know now, Danny.
yeah, yeah. I got 2. But yeah, it the one big thing is, with us we had our beginning. We had our biggest gap was really understanding each other because we were struggling to speak each other's language. And I tell people the joke all the time. We slipped up and got married. We went in to go get our marriage certificate and we walked out of there married. We didn't even plan it. So when y'all see the crazy in the future where we're going to turn around and like we're going to have a marriage in the USA and we're going to have a marriage in Japan,
Right.
because we never got our ceremony. I owe her a ceremony. We never got it. No preacher. We never exchanged vows. We never did anything. We just walked in. We was like, hey, my orders are changes. We got to do this. And they came back saying no medito. We were like, what?
What you said?
We both froze like, what?
So I gotta look.
Okay, whatever.
Y'all know we keep it real. We keep 100 here. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all a tough question. Okay.
Go for it.
Has it ever, if you could go back 13 years, 7 years, Danny, would you do it all over again?
Yeah.
Fry?
I would probably do some better things, but definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I do it all over again. I mean, because we was cool. You know what I'm saying? We that relationship part of we was friends, and so we became cool, and then we. So I came out of a marriage. You know, this is my second marriage as well.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't call it a failed marriage. I just say that it just wasn't a compatible marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my first my kid's mom who I married, we were young. I was 25, she was 21, and so you think you know it, you think you know what it takes until you get into it at that young age.
Right.
You don't have the patience. You don't have the this, that, and the other. You don't. It's not a handbook that comes with it. It's just what you've heard from your parents' marriage and other people's marriage and what people in church say and what the Bible say and all this stuff. So you try to roll with all that, and it's a whole different jungle when you in it.
Right.
And so we split, and then that was 2008 when she and I. Oh no, we were separated in 2005. It was 3 years before we actually got divorced. And then I moved back here, and then me and Keita started dating around in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was like we dated. I mean, I literally went on a date. You know how we was, Marlon and Danny. Back in school, we ain't had to do much to get what we wanted. So we didn't really date.
Yeah.
Y'all follow what I'm saying? We didn't really date nobody. So coming out of that divorce and going to counseling, and the lady was telling me, have you ever dated somebody? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, you told me in high school you was a basketball star. You went to Chattanooga, was a basketball. Went to Akron, played basketball. Joined the frat, Iotas. You became a stepmaster. All this stuff. So you didn't have to work that hard. I was like, yeah, I really did. She said, well, how about you date somebody?
Right.
So when I moved back here, that's when me and Keita we dated. We went on a few trips. We dated, and then we talked about what we wanted in a relationship, and everything has changed in 13 years. But I would do it all over again because she's like my homie, and we good people.
Yeah. That's what, man. I think I come at it from a different angle. Being the only one right here between us three that's not married, and I've never been married. Do I want to get married? Is the question. I do, Fry, but I know I don't got no control over it. But when I do get married, man, I want it to work, man. I don't want to get married and then have to go through a divorce. And I know that's not that's just something that happens. Maybe that's that's my frightness about that. But as far as like I was talking to Danny the other day, I've been in a 5-year relationship with my friend, and we talked about it and stuff like that. But I guess prior to me, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. Not rushing nothing. She's not rushing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We friends. We go through ups and downs just like everybody else, man. You may see a lot of smiley faces on Facebook, but we go through stuff just like everybody else.
Everybody do. Everybody do.
And
Facebook is the place where you're supposed to smile.
Right.
You don't go in my house. You don't know what's going on in my house.
You're right.
You smiling on Facebook, cha. But Marlon, you had said something though, bro. Look, nobody should ever go into a marriage hoping they don't get a divorce.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you do that, then you start like you walk on eggshells in a relationship. Truth is that you gonna mess up. She gonna mess up. You gonna get jealous.
Yeah.
She's gonna be insecure. You're gonna be insecure. You know what I'm saying? And Marlon, you got one of the best, because I know Danny's parents divorced, my parents divorced. Marlon, your parents never divorced.
Now 57 years.
They never divorced.
Yeah.
So when I went through the first marriage, I was like, man, I ain't getting married again.
Mm-hmm.
But the counsel told me you're gonna meet the right person because you're a nice guy. Now what I didn't know, I had to evaluate myself. What can I change?
Right.
And what you have to do in a marriage or in your relationship, Marlon, you got to evaluate you. Ain't no way, I'm telling you, it ain't no relationship that I know of that one party was 100% right and the other one was 100% wrong.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Right.
Never. But it is some stuff that I had to work on going into this marriage. Work on me. I had to work on some things. I had to be open with her with a lot of things because we don't know it all. And then also, like I say, it's like me and Keita had this thing that I explained to her that it's two strangers getting married, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we friends and we came from different backgrounds, different upbringings, right? And so if you're looking at washing dishes, in my household growing up, we washed the plates, bowls, cups, silverware, pots, and pans. Keita probably do bowls, pots, and pans, cups, plates, silverware. Ain't nobody wrong.
Right.
So I can't go to her and tell her this is the way you wash dishes.
Right.
And she can't come here and say, no, you doing it wrong because my mama taught me.
Yeah.
And we arguing over nothing.
Right.
It's like, okay, if that's how you wash, at least as long as they get clean. So those are the things that you gotta like adjust. You gotta like adjust how you were raised and how you see how she was raised. You know what I'm saying? And then when stuff get hard, relationship ain't for punks.
Right.
Marriages ain't for punks. And if it get to the point where one of y'all want to leave, one person can't make the fight. You know what I'm saying? One person can't do the fight and the other person just sitting in the corner ring like, you know what?
Right.
You know, when me and Keita get mad at each other, we got to think that we can't go to bed without, you know, giving a kiss, even if it's a little sloppy ass kiss. We got to get a little kiss.
Right.
And I tell her, we can't go 3 days. We can't go more than 2 days without talking.
Right. Dude, that's one of my biggest damn things. Because sometimes, I mean, you know, somebody that you say you love and this is your partner and this, that, how you go a week without talking to that person, Fry? And I mean,
yeah, I mean, that's where you got to talk at. That's where you got to come. I mean, that's where you got to come to the agreement and say, you know what, we got to talk about this. And then thing about it is that we can talk about it and then let it go.
Right.
So tomorrow, I'm gonna tell you the story right quick, dog. So me and Keita, it was maybe our 7th or 8th year anniversary, and we went to Vegas, right? And we down in Vegas, and we having a good time. And I think it could have been our second trip there. Maybe it was our second trip. Could have been our first. But anyway, and we went out to eat breakfast at this little spot and everything. And we chilling. And I was on my phone messing with some people about LeBron James.
Okay.
You know, I'll be going hard. I'm a LeBron James fan, so I'll be going hard, right? And we eating breakfast, and Keita looking at me, and then she just like, I hope you talking to the girls. Talk about our daughters.
Right.
I'm like, what they got to do anything? She's like, because we out here, right? So I got offended. So I was like, no, I'm on Facebook, but I get off of it. So we walking the strip, and I ain't saying nothing to her, right? We walking, we going to this some place. We went to some museum looking like, man, we could have been the Bellagio. It's all nice in there and stuff. And I ain't saying nothing to her. I'm just like, she like, you know, she done kind of got over it, but I didn't. I took it personal, right? Yeah. So I'm like, man, I want to go back to the room. She's like, what? I was like, man, nah, man, you just throwing it up there like that. So we got started. We walked back to the room. I lay down, take a nap and everything. I'm like, I'm mad. I'm heated. So then I go get a shower. And I'm in the shower like, dude, we in Vegas. Why am I tripping, right? So I come out the shower and say, hey, look, let's talk right quick. And it's like 12:15 in the morning, right? And in Vegas, nobody sleep anyway. But it's 12:15 in the morning and we having this conversation. And I'm like, look, I took offense to it. My bad. She said, you know, said what she said. We apologized. I said, what we gonna do? And when it rolled over midnight, it was our anniversary. Okay. Gotcha. So over midnight, so now it was August 20th, whatever year it was. And so I said, I'm gonna hug you. You gonna hug me back. We can kiss, and we gonna mean it. Then we gonna go downstairs, and we gonna spend the rest of this money, and we gonna have a good time. It's our anniversary, right? So we squashed it. We kissed. We shared a couple of jokes. We go downstairs. We playing. Dude, probably right hand to God. We here for 24,000.
24,000.
We here for 24,000. We play this game, and I'm like, no, just play the $5. And she going, and she hit. That month said, ding. I thought it was like 2,000. It was diagonal, and we here for 24,000. So we said that we was tripping. We was like, she was crying.
Right.
I'm sitting there giving out $100 bill tips. I'm like, hey, you get a tip. You get a tip. And then when we went to the room, though, cut us a check and all this stuff. Went to the room, and I said, babe, that's what it's about. It ain't about. It's about it. We have an issue, and rightfully so. She had the right to have that issue with me, right? But instead of getting offended, I should have just said, "No, I was just doing the thing, but I put the phone away," instead of taking it personal. But we squashed it. We talked about it. We squashed it, and we dipped out, and we had a ball, and then we hit big at that.
And that's what what's up right there.
So that's what happens, man. In a relationships, man, somebody got to be willing. We ain't always got to be right. We ain't always. Sometimes when you wrong. When you right, just say you're wrong.
Right.
Somebody got to end the argument for the next day to come.
Right.
That's how you go step by step, dog. I ain't got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what, baby? Yeah, you right. I was wrong. My bad. My bad. She walked right, be like, oh, dumbass.
Right.
But it
Okay.
is the argument, man, because the next day comes.
Right. I got you, Fry.
Let's start. That's
yeah.
where it's at, bro.
Okay. All right. Okay. You see, y'all done threw me off topic. We can go to story time now. I got a story for your ass. Now look here, Fry, Danny, check it out. You know how, man, when you first meet somebody, you're gonna be at your best, right? Nobody knows each other's flaws, right? Because you just meet somebody and you go put your best foot forward, right? My friend now, my baby now, right? Okay, pretty woman. You don't see the pictures from Facebook. Pretty woman, sweet, talk low, this that. But a couple of times, this is about at the 3-month mark, right? We used to have some conversations about something that she used to get mad at me for saying, right? Well, this particular night, we was at our friend's house, right? 3 months in, Fry. We was at our friend's house. And these particular friends, you know, we hook up every now and then. They some good people. We drink our wine. We having fun, right? So we get in the car. We heading to the house, Danny. I made the mistake of saying what she asked me not to say no damn more. Fry said it, right? I'm driving. Danny, you hear me?
Hold on, Molly.
Yeah,
What you say?
yeah. I'm waiting.
Nah, you gotta tell me what you saying, bro.
I said it any damn way. You know the Transformers, right? Transformers movies, right? So her head was pointed towards the glass when I said this. And when I said it, you remember how the Transformers sound when they transform? Her head fry said, over that motherfucker. And at that point, because I've never seen this before out of her, right? So my mouth is wide open because she got this look on her face, and then because I'm like, oh shit, you know, and she said, God damn it, I told you that. And so when she's saying this, don't forget, Fry, I'm shocked because with this pretty woman, soft-spoken woman, but she's from the country. So you know she's strong as hell. They from the country, they strong, Fry. Women strong from the country, they fuck you up. Now listen. So when she doing like this, Fry, I'm shocked and I'm nervous, right? So I'm driving and she arguing and I'm looking for a police station.
Granny, he gonna tell us what he said. We gonna get that out of him. We gotta do it because this boy, she turned around like the Matrix, buddy. Saying something you wasn't supposed to, my boy.
Hey, Fry.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
But check it out, Fry. The lesson for me is 4 years later, or whatever, how many years later, I never said it again, Fry. You don't. I say that to say this, man. You don't know what you don't know when you first meet somebody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And the thing is, what we forget, I think sometimes we get thrown off, Fry, is that person that you meet is that person through and through, but they're not. None of us are, because we all have flaws. You understand what I'm saying? And then when them flaws, a year or 2 years later, and when them, or whatever, months later, them flaws get to showing, then you think this is a bad person. No, that ain't a bad person. It's just a human being with flaws.
Yep.
Hold on. Hey, have you hit record yet?
Yeah, we recording now.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna be mad as hell.
That's why we didn't know what
I'm
the
like,
word
yeah,
is.
dude, you hit record yet? Okay, cool. But you know what, man? And then I'll let Danny have the floor a little bit. But yes, when you meet somebody, you're gonna see the best of somebody. And when you start to see flaws, that's what I was saying. Is what are you willing to adjust to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when she met you, you probably didn't show no flaw.
Right. Of course.
You probably was a perfect gentleman.
Yeah. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And that, so when you start to see that, so I always use me and Marquita as an example because you know Keita's quiet. I'm outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
when I step into the thing, like, oh, line dancing here,
Right.
oh, fry here,
Right.
you know how we do Marlon, then, you know, we crack jokes, you know, we the jokesters, you know, we do
Right.
this, that, and the other. But Keita's like, she laid back, now she's funny, she's, you know, she got her jokes too, but she's not as like I am, right?
Right.
So when we first met, you know, my sister even said, you want to marry him, Keita? Not in a bad way. She was like, you can't give him back. You know, and I was like, Keita, you know, I'd be in the front, this, that shit. Like, no, I'm good. About 2 years into it, she was like, well, I didn't know it was like this big.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to say, okay, I could have said, well, this is what I am.
Right.
But instead of that, I had to like scale back some and not be it because it was making her feel uncomfortable.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? Now, I was like, man, you need to speak up more. You need to do this, that, and the other. But she do things in such a way that's different than when I do it. I'm all at you. She do it kind of like, you know, subtle, but she get to the point.
Right.
So I can't be salty because she don't do it how I expect her to do it. So I got to scale back some. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a flaw. It's like this. Oh, you get to know because you get to know over the years. You get to know them and get to know. You be like, oh, okay.
Right.
Because relationships are cool as fuck, man. I love being
They
there.
are, man.
But let me tell you, when we was dating, I always have the fan on.
Okay.
All right.
Always.
And she spend the night sometimes like, you want to turn this fan off? No, I'll just get up under the cover. Like, cool. In the wintertime, the heat is on, but I got my fan on.
Right.
I don't know if it's the noise. I gotta just have it on, right? Man, we got married, man, about week 3. She was like, hey, turn that fan off. Nah, it's cold.
They transformers, man. I'm telling you, they transformers, man.
So, man, come on. Can I put it on low at least? She's like, oh, my God, Japan. I mean, man, she let me get it on because sometimes she get hot flashes and everything. So she get it on. But it just, but you change, man, every year. You get to year 7, man, you will get to really know what you really can put, what you'll tolerate, what you'll argue about, what you won't argue about.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, Danny, tell us the experience you got, Danny.
Come on with it, Danny.
You
Come on with
married
it.
somebody from a whole other country, bro. I know that wasn't in the
Yeah.
plan.
Japan, right, Danny? Japan? She from
Yeah,
Japan?
she's Japanese.
Well, come on. I know you got
actually-
plenty of damn stories. Talk to us.
I do. Yeah, actually, you know, it was one of the, you know, I think I met someone when I was in junior high school that was a Japanese girl, and it became my fantasy. It was just like that's what I wanted. Now, you know, I mean, I have my own thing where it's just like, yeah, I got to stay within my race. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm married within my race. You know, I dated white women, all that kind of stuff. But then when I got to Japan,
Damn, we just lost 30% of our viewers.
I
We lost 30% of my view. That's like, yeah, he's saying white women. Yeah. Let me go to another station.
I'm just messing with you, Daddy, man.
Well, you know, when I got there, literally while I was staying, I spent 10 years in Japan. You know, first person I dated was Filipino, and I mean, then I finally dated Japanese, and it was like, it took a minute. But meeting her, I mean, you know, again, it was a struggle. Yeah, it was a big struggle, because a lot of times, and I'm not gonna, you know, no lie, a lot of times, like, her English is good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know it, and a lot of people will talk. Her English is, if you hear her talk, and if you just ask her a question, she'll answer a few questions, but most of the time she'll just get quiet. She doesn't really understand. She understands me, but she don't understand everyone else.
Right.
Now, one of our biggest issues was that I always thought she understood me because she would always say yes, and I never paid attention to that look when she was sitting. I'll get to talking, and I get to talking fast, and then her head would tilt.
Right.
And you know, it would tilt, and then she would smile, and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking she's got it. She understands what I'm talking about, and she's quiet. She goes on about her business. I think about our 4th year, she finally started speaking up, and she would say something, and I'm like, babe, why you keep repeating the same thing? And that was our issue. She repeats something so many times, and I wouldn't repeat enough.
Right.
And so we realized at our 4th year of really being together, you know, and we're already married, we don't know each other at all. So, I mean, I'm trying to learn the language, and it's, you know, and that's what I love about her is she makes me learn the language. And, you know, being around her family and everyone, it's like I learned to just when I have to speak, and she'll do it to me. She does it to me sometimes. She'll sit back and when she's arguing or when she's really mad at me, she'll just straight speak Japanese. And she's like, I'm too frustrated. I can't speak English. And she'll straight speak Japanese. And I'm like, oh, and she knows. I'll sit down, talk to her, and then I'm like, Wakata na. That's I don't know.
Right.
I'm just like, Wakata na. And I just leave it there. So, I mean, it was the one breakthrough, and it's like I observe a lot of people, and I've learned to be myself. And the one big thing that I always saw is, I went in and I made a mistake thinking, in a marriage or anything like that, this person is going to make me happy.
Right.
And the real reality is I had to be happy within myself and help her understand, and bring her happiness. And right. She's the same way. We made that agreement and said, I'm not going to make her happy. She's not making me happy. But we know how to be happy together. And everything else, as we don't understand, there's a lot of times we'll argue or we'll have an issue about something and we don't understand it. And yeah, we just, okay, we'll agree to disagree for now and we're going to bed happy.
Right.
And she's she's always been that way. And I don't know if it's their culture, but they are very submissive. But submissive in the sense that, you can't do them wrong.
Right.
They may be the most submissive women, but boy, they some jealous women. And they will tell you.
Hell, ain't we all, Danny? Ain't we all? Now, Lamont, man, okay, we got one more to go. 3 things we need from our woman. Take off, Lamont. The top three that you absolutely need as a man.
It's a thing for me, man. I'm a simple dude, man. I mean, even though I'm in the spotlight, I'm simple. Mm-hmm. What I want from my wife is to be my sidekick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be there. I need her to listen to me because the thing about us men, we never have been taught to address our emotions. And if we address your emotions, you're kind of looked at as weak. You kind of looked at as, what you upset about? We don't cry. You fall. Then I know your daddy say, get on up. Just wipe it off. Keep it going. So I need you to understand that if I'm hurting inside, I need to come to you.
Where else we?
I need to talk to you. I just need your support. I mean, it's not a lot that I need because cook, clean. Do the dishes. I wash clothes. You know what I'm saying? I don't need her for that.
Right.
But we share it. We share the load, so I don't need her for that. Right. It's more of a with men. It's more of a mental thing that I need. I need you there. And Keita's. Dog. It's times when I started my nutrition business, the nutrition club. It started off good. I was partner somewhere. Then I went and got my own shop in Lebanon, and I was out there by myself, and I was struggling mentally.
Mm-hmm.
But when I would talk to Keita, she would be like, "It's okay. We've worked through this before," and it's that calm that she gave me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that calm she gave me. Man, if Keita go out of town for a month with her job, I'm not gonna be up here like I can't eat or I can't wash my clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I need for her, though, I need her to be that backbone for me. I need her to be that partner for me.
Gotcha,
who I can talk to. I need that person that I can laugh with.
Gotcha.
Just come home and tell you a joke. You know what I'm saying? That's on my end. That's what I need, and that's what I receive from her. But not all the time, because sometimes Keita kind of crazy too.
Right.
She hear me, dog. She gonna put people around the corner in a minute, though. Man, sometimes
what you said. I guess for me, my biggest thing, and is for me is running out of time.
We got 10 minutes. You good? We got 10 minutes. Go.
Okay. My 3 main things, Fry, is respect. That's my biggest thing. Respect me as your man. Trust me. You got to trust me, especially when I've given you no reason to distrust me. Okay, mm-hmm. And I think a lot of women, man, can like this trust thing they want to talk about. If a person, your person, if you got a good dude, if you got an old nothing piece of dude, y'all know. not, but as far as trust, man, you know, if I'm tell you something, if I'm where I'm supposed to be when you call me, if you understand what I'm saying, if you ain't got no women in your inbox and you ain't had this problem out of me in 5 years, why wouldn't you trust me if I've given you nothing to distrust me as far as these certain areas? You know, we got a lot of problems, but we know certain things ain't none of them. So why would you distrust me on those things? You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to somebody else too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you why. I answer that question for you. Remember, we'll get to Danny's too, though. But I'll tell you why. But go ahead. You got what's your third one?
What I say?
You said
Respect, trust, and loyalty. Don't please this before if you gotta go out here and make me look like a fool out in public. Look here, if we love each other so much, let's just talk about it and go our separate ways and be friends. You understand what I'm saying? Because for me, and my baby knows it. For me, I live on the motto Fry is if I don't want you to do it to me, I'm not gonna do it to you. But we gotta trust each other, man. We got to. We can't get past square one if we don't trust each other.
All right, we got 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes, Danny. Take off, man.
All right. I guess you know I'm the same as Lamont said. One is understanding. We need to both take some time to understand each other's point of view. I try to understand her; she tries to understand mine. So I you know, that'd be the big thing. Number two, peace. Be my peace.
Damn, I left that one out.
Because
I'm
out here, you know, every day. I mean, you know, I say, and I gotta preface it when I say it. I have fought in a war, and I fight wars on the outside. I fight many wars. A lot of people don't. You know, I laugh, I joke. A lot of people see me, and I fight many wars on the inside of me because of things I did in the war. And it's like that. You know, as soon as I walk away, it's like, or as soon as she steps away, you know, I have my own battles to deal with. Out in the world, I got my battles to deal with. So I don't want a battle in my home. So be the peace. You know, and it doesn't mean you got to be quiet. It doesn't mean you can't speak your mind. You can't, you know, do it. You know, just be the peace. Let's come together and find a way to always, you know, be peaceful and everything. And I'm like you know, Marl, when you said, you know, in regards to loyalty, you know, don't be out there talking about me behind my back.
Right.
I mean, don't be out there, you know, and I mean, y'all see what we do on TikTok, you know, it's very small. We do it, you know, our stuff, our Facebook, you know, and our, you know, things, it's about our business, but we'll throw the happy stuff on there. And, you know, no matter where she is, even though, I mean, she knows I can understand her language when they're talking and when people are talking. And she doesn't, even her best friends, you know, because through the beginning of our relationship, her best friends did not like me. Both of them. You know, it's like they couldn't stand me. They love me now. I don't know if they love because I can cook and they love Southern cooking when I get over there, or what is it? But they love me now because they know I stayed with her and we stayed together. But the one thing about it is, even though they didn't like me, you know, she told me, but when they were around, it was like you're not allowed to talk to me any kind of way, you know, and that was just, you know, that's the loyalty that I believe in. So, you know, understanding, peace, and loyalty.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right quick, Marlon. Give me 2 minutes, Marlon.
Come on, man. We got it. We got 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
Yeah, here we go. Look, understand, you've been with her for 5 years. If I'm not mistaken, I'm 51. Danny, you're a year ahead of me. You 52, and Marlon, you 53 because you was 2 years ahead of me.
I just look good. I just look like this, man. Okay,
that's it.
Okay.
So 5 years y'all been together. We done been in other relationships. We done been hurt by other people. We done hurt other people. All this stuff is happening. So it's not that when they don't the loyalty or they don't trust us is that sometimes we make moves that remind them of something that happened in their past. So the best way to handle it, Marlon, not to say, "Oh, you don't trust me." It's like, "Look, babe, I'm not doing anything," because it's not you,
Right.
it's them. You know what I'm saying? That's like you could have dated a girl and she always was late hitting you back, and then now your girl now is like go a week late hitting you back. You gonna think in your head like, "Man, such and such did this."
That's true.
Now you may not come confront her, but you're gonna be your eyes gonna be wide open like
I done seen this
something
before.
happened. But it's not because of what she's doing, it's because of our past. We can sometimes put that past down. I mean, it may cross our mind, but then we got to just be like, "I ain't do, baby, it's all good. Yeah, it's good. Don't worry about it. Give them a hug or whatever." So it's not the fact that they don't really trust us. They don't trust a situation of a movement that's made because such and such made that same move, did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You used to come in the house, kiss on the lip all the time, but now you come in the house, kiss on the forehead. She gonna be like, "What? Why you kissing on my forehead now?"
Right.
You know how women get.
Right.
Why you doing that now? But what? You know, so it's really just a lot of it is understanding, man, and some of it is, you know, and we'll have another segment on this too, man, because it can go deep. It can go deep, man.
Right. So this one, man. Listen, what we want to do, guys out there. We want to give y'all a chance to chime in and everything too. So we're gonna do something live here real soon. Me, Lamont, and Danny get that together and just send out shots out to when it's gonna be or whatever. But it won't be long because that's what I really want to do. I want to do go live so we can get you guys' feedback and interaction and stuff like that. And that's what kind of podcast this gonna be, y'all. This, we gonna do something different around here. This ain't the court case.
I ain't dressing up or nothing. I'm just
Hey
putting
man,
on a t-shirt and getting
listen,
that.
man.
I'm at the house. I'm about to go watch some basketball.
Hey, Fry, my gal told me I try to look too good on the damn thing. Nigga, I came in a t-shirt this time. I don't want no trouble, baby.
Yeah, little sweater with the chain you had on the other day. Take that off. Yeah. Hey, you ain't got time for all that pretty shit. Nah, bro. Act like we just rolled out the bed. We just talking. That's it.
Right.
Like we sit on the porch.
Right.
We sit on the porch back in the day and talk.
What you said? Yeah. What you said? Man, look here. Hey, man, this is a good one right here. So, Fried Daddy, man, I thank y'all for coming on, man. I know everybody, we three busy men, man. I know Fry, you stay doing something busy. Danny, you stay busy. I stay busy. So I appreciate y'all coming right here. And just trying to give our little perspective on some different things. And so, guys, thank y'all for joining in again. And we're gonna get this live thing going and let you guys know when that's going to be. And then we're gonna have a whole lot of fun with this stuff, guys. So until the next time, y'all guys stay cool. Love y'all, man.